Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we got Batista, I Walk Alone DVD review. This will be the first DVD review under my new rating system. So before we get into it, if you have any suggestions you'd like to see under this new rating system, comment down below. Try to go for some of the digipacks here, guys, because this rating system is based on both content and artwork slash packaging. So I put a lot of things into consideration for this. 10 for the content and another 10 for the artwork, packaging, etc. So first up here is going to be Batista, I Walk Alone. This is a 2009 release with a 9-hour runtime. This is part 1 of the review, where I will run down the contents, and part 2 will run down the artwork. And then I'll give you my final synopsis at the end. So I'm still going to try to run through things fairly quickly here. This isn't going to be a 2-part video. It's all going to be in 1 part. So let's run down the matches and the chapters of Disc 1. They got some special features and things like that. So let's get into it, guys. Disc 1 is going to be mainly your documentary portion and special features. I really enjoyed this documentary quite a bit. I don't think I've ever seen it. They go through Batista's days through high school, becoming a bouncer, meeting his now ex-wife Angie, and deciding on a career decision. He trained at the Wild Samoans training center there with Afa and Sika. And then they go through his stuff in OVW as Leviathan. Very briefly. Then they run down his stuff as Deacon Batista. This was more of a foot in the door to WWE. Becoming the Deacon Batista, teaming up with Devon, so on and so forth. I was really amazed by how big this guy was in 2002. He had the size, he had a look. He had that... He had a look to him like, man, like, who is this guy? I've never heard of him before. And he was just jacked up, 300 pounds. Shortly after the Deacon Batista, he would go on to form Evolution with Triple H, Ric Flair, and Randy Orton. And then they go through his feud with Triple H, winning the world title at WrestleMania 21. Feuding again with Triple H, beating him 3 pay-per-views in a row, and retaining the title inside Hell in a Cell. They go through family issues, moving on to SmackDown, his stuff and feud with Eddie Guerrero, becoming a Filipino star, relinquishing the WWE, or the world title at that time, where he, I believe, tore his tricep. And he would return, defeating Booker T. So that pretty much covers it. So that was it was a 2009 release. This is still into his WWE run, but the first 7 years of his career is pretty much covered here. Really well done. I enjoyed it quite a bit. They got a lot of special features, hot bread and butter, his neighborhood, the biggest lifeguard. They got the demon of the Ohio River, his new suit, meeting Alonzo Mourning, respect for Eddie, a gift for Chavo Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero giving Batista advice, and Batista's lunchbox collection. So really cool. Disc 2. Got several matches here. I'm going to try to run through the matches quick, and then we'll get into the artwork. So we got one match from OVW for the OVW heavyweight title. Leviathan versus the Machine, Doug Basham. We got Batista versus Kane, Shawn Michaels, Batista and Flair versus the Dudleys. Match versus Jericho. An excerpt from the 30-man Rumble in 2005. 2 matches versus Triple H, WrestleMania and Vengeance. Batista versus JBL, SummerSlam. Eddie Guerrero's last pay-per-view match at No Mercy 2005. Disc 3, Survivor Series versus King Booker. A match on SmackDown, triple threat for the world title. Batista, Booker, and Finlay. WrestleMania 23 versus Taker. One Night Stand 2007 in a steel cage versus Edge. Cyber Sunday versus Undertaker with Austin as the ref. Got a 6-man tag on Raw. Batista, Triple H, and Flair versus Orton, Edge, and Umaga. I believe that's around the 10th anniversary of Raw. Or the 15th anniversary of Raw, sorry. Then we got Batista and Cena, SummerSlam 08. And Batista versus Orton, Armageddon 2008. So overall, a lot of content, a lot of good matches on here. I'm going to give the content here a solid 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed the documentary. I really enjoyed the match selection here. They got quite a bit here. You know, for a 2009 DVD, I was fairly satisfied with the content here. So let's move on to the next part in the artwork. Alright, so part 2 of this review is going to be running down the artwork of the Digipack. So overall, a fairly decent cover. I might have chosen a different cover for this, but overall, not a bad choice. We do have an insert with it's kind of hard to see what it actually is, but if you'd like to read all the complete chapter listings and stuff like that, be sure to pause the video now. And there's disc 3. So it's a 9-hour runtime. Pretty nice spine. Interior artwork, again, pretty cool. Got shots of Armageddon 2003, where they were all champions in the same night, and various shots of Batista here. Really like that shot of the Hell in a Cell. Vengeance 2005. Here's a shot of the back. Matches against Shawn Michaels, the WrestleMania. For me personally, I love the Batista from 2010. I think that was more of my favorite. And there's when they were still doing inserts here in 2009. But the insert is a little bland to me. So I think this is where it really loses points. Disc art is fine. All 3 discs are pretty much the same. But there is, you know, some artwork missing on the interior side, which is why I kind of bumped the points down a bit here. Again, I did like this artwork quite a bit. So this helped out the final score. Overall, I'm going to go with a 7 out of 10 for the artwork. I did like what they had here, but leaving those kind of empty really knocks the points off there a bit. So 7 out of 10, giving this an overall score of a 15 out of 20. So 15 out of 20, not a bad score. Let me know your thoughts on the DVD, guys. Take some time and subscribe. We'll talk to you later. Peace.